This video is sponsored by Skillshare.
The end of 2022 is pretty much here because who am I kidding? We're all gonna blink and suddenly it's gonna be New Year's Eve and we're gonna be spending far too much money on January 1st. So because we're at the end of the year, I thought it would be fun to go back and reflect on some of LEGO's worst set reveals that they've had this year, or alternatively, we could call it the best LEGO leaks. Basically, the whole concept of this list surrounds marketing and LEGO's marketing choices, LEGO's marketing mistakes, or just little slip-ups here and there, which I mean are exciting for me as a big fan of LEGO. I get hyped when I see a new set, even if the picture is incredibly blurry, but also it's just funny half the time. So now that my opening monologue is over, let's crack into the list, starting off with our first winner and the bottom of this top 10 list. The first reveal I want to talk about that I feel like went really poorly was the Eiffel Tower. Now this one is actually leaked thanks to a backroom photo, which I assume would have had to have been at a LEGO certified store or a LEGO brand retail store, given that they were really the only people who had access to this set. Now the whole reason that this set made the list in the first place is because the Eiffel Tower is now the largest LEGO set to ever exist. I mean, it's only technically slightly shorter than me. For reference, I am 5'5", and I'm pretty sure the Eiffel Tower is like 5'3". It also has 10,001 pieces, making it the largest LEGO set ever in terms of piece count, unless we're counting the world map, which personally I don't count it because not every single piece gets used. Now with the Eiffel Tower, it is a pretty momentous set because of all of the records it breaks. However, it is also a set that looks exactly how you'd expect it to, so I don't really think that seeing a backroom photo was that impactful. However, I definitely sort of saw it and was like, oh, okay, that's what it's like. And then when all of like the Variety articles came out and everyone's like, oh my gosh, LEGO's made an Eiffel Tower, it's the size of a teenager, I wasn't really quite as excited anymore. Not really much you can do in that case besides maybe send your sets out later to stores, but I mean, I don't know how that side of the business works admittedly, so moving on. Our next award winner at number 9 is Optimus Prime. Now, Optimus Prime is one that you'd probably would have forgotten about. However, I distinctly remember I was in Windsor in England like around this time and it was raining and I was gonna go see Windsor Castle. Fun times for all and completely irrelevant to this story. Now, Optimus Prime is an interesting one because the whole reason that it got leaked is really because of LEGO's own wrongdoings. So a range of LEGO ambassadors were sent out Optimus Prime as early review copies so that they could post videos and all of that and just pretty much promote the set. And a mistake LEGO has made several times and doesn't seem to learn from is doing their like official LEGO reveal, posting it on their website and all of that, the same days that these reviews would get posted. However, LEGO changed their reveal and review dates and pushed it back one day earlier. However, they forgot to email 2 of their ambassadors this information. So of course, these ambassadors prepared their reviews and had them scheduled and ready to go according to the information that they were told in their email inbox and ended up posting them. And all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, wait a second, why are only 2 people posting about it? And everyone's frantically messaging them saying, hey dude, you broke embargo. Now, like I said, there were 2 groups that posted this set review, which instantly, I guess from LEGO's standpoint, you know, should tell you that maybe there was an accident somewhere, especially if you change the date, either, you know, human error or just, you know, someone blatantly forgetting or forgetting to update their calendar, whatever. Like to me, I would view this and be like, yeah, there's no ill intent here. No one's trying to leak anything. LEGO didn't think the same. I do laugh at it because, I mean, if they just stuck the date to the same day, we wouldn't have any issues. And especially in Optimus Prime's case, it was a pretty big monumental thing, like LEGO was partnering with another brand. Again, it was supposed to be a really exciting, big moment for the company, and they ruined it for themselves. So that was fun. Moving on to some more simple leaks, I would also like to award Black Panther, the War on Water set, for having an absolutely atrocious reveal. Now, Black Panther, you know, being a Marvel property, there are potentially some big spoilers in these sets. And specifically with this set, there were like some advertisements where they would block out 3 of the minifigures and considered them spoiler minifigures. Now with Black Panther, 3 of these sets were revealed all at the same time, and the biggest and largest one, the War on Water, was kept a secret, and it was supposed to originally just be revealed the same day it was going to release, which, like we just learned with Optimus Prime, never works out. Now this time around, it wasn't directly LEGO's fault for this leaking, as these sets showed up to Target, and then Target, you know, having low stock and minimum wage employees who don't actually really care about the company, nor will they probably know a lot about it, ended up putting this set on shelves, therefore leaking it. And especially considering it was in a store, and given at least the LEGO Ambassadors program for revealing things, technically, I mean, that was revealed at that point. LEGO really set a blunder, and given that it was Marvel and technically like a spoilery set, I would hate to think about what was going on behind the scenes with the marketing team at that point. I mean, really, mistakes are being made here. Again, I think the lesson we can learn from this is do not reveal your sets the same day they are supposed to go on sale or have a review posted about them. It just never works out. Of course, if stores get this stock early, they're gonna put it out. I mean, Target specifically, I've heard even a story that like Kinder Eggs got street dated because they had like Jurassic World toys in them and like people had to take down a store display. I mean, if that's happening, and how are employees supposed to know that? Of course, there are gonna be employees that don't really know Lego or care about Lego and are just gonna put a set they see on shelves out. I don't blame them. Next up, we're going to take a trip over to Little Italy and we're going to talk about our good old set, the Vespa. Now, this one was one that happened earlier in the year, and honestly, I feel like March and like February of 2022 had some of the funniest leak moments. Some honorable mentions go to the Dark Trooper attack, which ended up being reviewed, I'm pretty sure, by like a German toy store, or it showed up in stores. There was also Boba Fett's Palace that ended up in Costco super early before the review embargo went up. Both of those sets I'm pretty sure got leaked, but one that stands out to me the most is of course the Vespa. Now the Vespa ended up being in a toy store. To me at first I thought it was a Lego store. I'm pretty sure actually that it turned out to be a third-party store that got it, and they were selling it, which then meant people could go and buy the set. Now luckily, at least for most of the copies that got out, besides a couple of leaked images on Instagram, you weren't really going to see anything because no one was posting about the set. That was until M&R Productions was able to buy one and posted his review before the set had been revealed by Lego, which then begs the question, what is, I guess, like a Lego set reveal? Is it when it's revealed by Lego? Because I see something like this happening, like a literal HD 4K review, super up close, detailed of the set, as a pretty like revealed set. So I'm personally going to refer to things from now on as like revealed. If I see a photo of it, if it's been showcased, if people know what the set looks like, that's a reveal. And then like there's Lego revealed, which is basically like Lego is now saying, hey, this is a product, promoting it themselves, sort of thing, so that we're all on the same page. And while the Vespa was a pretty funny case, I don't think it was like big enough of a set to really, I guess, like have a major impact than it probably could have if this was like a Star Wars UCS set or whatever. Speaking of Star Wars, that brings us on to the ATTE and the Justifier. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, hey, this didn't leak, it was revealed at LegoCon. That's the funny thing about this. I mean, technically it didn't leak, but it was more so of just like a blunder or like a mistake on Lego's part. Now, LegoCon 2022 had set itself up to be a big improvement from the original 2021 LegoCon, and honestly, it did a really good job. I'm pretty sure no sets leaked, actually. It was only like the staircase promotion from Harry Potter, which wasn't even tied to LegoCon, that got out. So, you know, props to the marketing team for that. You guys did a great job in that regard. However, it got to the ATT and the Justifier, which were revealed at the very end of the stream. Why? Because it's Star Wars. Now, LegoCon was going swimmingly. It was really exciting. Like, everyone is pretty much waiting for Star Wars at this point. There was this giant gap in the middle where nothing was happening. So me, being kind of bored at the LegoCon stream, I went on my phone and I refreshed, and all of a sudden on my Instagram, there are a ton of people sharing photos of the ATT and Justifier. And now, why did this happen? It technically hadn't been revealed by LegoCon yet, which really was going to be the big moment. So technically it got revealed, but it got revealed like 20 minutes earlier than it probably should have. And that is why I wanted to include it on this list, because basically Lego told a bunch of people that, hey, you know, you can post about this set, you can share photos of this set at this time. However, LegoCon stream was delayed and it ended up being a lot later than it probably should have. Keep it on hold, because it's like I was getting really excited for like that big reveal, but I refreshed and I saw it myself. Again, not really a leak, more of just kind of poor planning, I feel like. But again, that's not really going to affect most people unless you're like super vigilant and like ingrained in the community, I guess, like I am. Like every award show, it is now time for our intermission, and I did actually plan a musical guest appearance. However, apparently Taylor Swift was too busy to appear in my YouTube video, so she cancelled. So instead, we're going to hear a word from today's sponsor, Skillshare. With the new year fast approaching, I've already started to plan out my goals and things like that. Like I went and bought myself a planner the other day and have started to try and work on things that, you know, just I want to achieve next year. And one of my biggest goals is to finally hit 100,000 subscribers next year, but I feel like in order to do that, I really want to, and feel like I probably should, improve my videos as well as my thumbnails. Skillshare has been super helpful in this as they have thousands of online classes to choose from across 150 different countries. One of the things I really want to change and improve on, especially next year, is my types of review videos. I really want them to just be a little bit more unique and less, I guess, basic than I feel like they have been. So in order to help with that, I took MKBHD's course called YouTube Success on Skillshare, and it has been so helpful. I've always been a really big fan of his videos and especially his style of reviews and I guess just tech reviews in general. So it's been really interesting and insightful and incredibly helpful to hear about his process behind making those videos. Skillshare can help you engage in your hobbies as well as learn a ton of new skills. I personally am self-taught most of the time, so stuff like this is incredibly fun and helpful for me, and with their 30-day risk-free trial, it is the perfect time to start and invest in yourself. If you want to get a head start on your 2023 goals, click the link in the description down below, as the first 1,000 people to sign up with that link will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare. It is perfect to learn something new, develop what you want to do, especially for everyone else who is looking to make YouTube videos like myself. It is incredibly helpful. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring this video. Now let's head back to our awards ceremony. At number 5, we have the most memeable UCS set ever, Luke's land speeder. Now, LEGO had done a really good job actually of keeping this one under wraps until their own affiliate marketing team sent out emails with photos of this set. I, for one, got this email because I am an affiliate for LEGO Australia. Oh dear, this was fun. I was in Anaheim at Disneyland when this happened, and I'm pretty sure I had just got back from the park because I was tired. So I quickly got my laptop out in my hotel room and filmed a quick video being oh my gosh, the land speeder got revealed and leaked and whatever, and the promos, and again, this was some pretty good images and technically was from LEGO itself, which makes it really funny. I then ran out onto the street in order to upload it, and then 3 days later the set got revealed. It was very close, but LEGO just fumbled the bag. At number 4, we're going 3 for 3 with another Star Wars set, and that is the UCS Razor Crest. Now, the Razor Crest did not quite have the same secrecy as the land speeder did, as we actually got quite a few leaks leading up to one giant leak from, again, a LEGO store itself. Firstly, the sticker sheet got out. I presume this got smuggled out of the factory. We got to see a little picture of the Razor Crest since it's printed on the little display park, and I guess just a bunch of other stickers from the set. Not too exciting, but still, oh my gosh, the Razor Crest is confirmed. Secondly, we had some more minifigure leaks, which honestly, I haven't quite seen many minifigure leaks in a long time, so it was quite shocking to get him. And then finally, the store display that is suggested to LEGO stores in order to put this set on display got leaked, and we saw the whole Razor Crest, as well as I guess just a diagram on how it should be set up. We got all of the minifigures, we got the set itself, we got its weird feet. It was kind of good quality, but also not. It was a lot less blurry than I assume most LEGO leaks were, but it told you enough. And it really just pulled the rug against the Razor Crest and I guess all of the hype for that set, because I was cool, I've seen it. Now I just want to see the interior. Now I just want to see it up close and personal. And given as well that the Razor Crest was supposed to be revealed in tune with a big convention in Denmark, as well as I guess just a meeting of all of the ambassadors sort of thing, again, it really just took the excitement away from people, because when it happened, it was sort of oh, okay, now I guess everyone's talking about it. Oh sweet, we get some photos of the interior, whereas everyone had already seen the ship. Most people had made up their minds on whether or not they were going to buy the set or not if you saw the photo, so yeah, sort of ruined that. This probably happened because an employee just snuck a photo and it got sent out, and then someone sent it to someone else. So I can't imagine LEGO would be able to do too much in this situation, but it's just more of an unfortunate thing that happened. Now we're starting to get to the end of our ceremony, and we're going to firstly start our wrap up with number 3, the Jazz Quartet set. This one I just find absolutely hilarious. Now we're heading back to Target with this one, and again, the Target employees don't really know anything about LEGO or really care, but in this case with the Jazz Quartet, this is an idea set. These stay exclusive to LEGO for at least 3 months before they make their way into regular retail stores. I think an exception though can be made for The Office, which is currently in Walmart's, even though it hasn't been 3 months yet. However, the Jazz Quartet showed up 4 months early to a Target somehow, and a similar thing happened last year actually with the Speed Champion set. It just got sent out super early. I find this hilarious because why are Lego shipping out these units super early? Firstly, it hasn't been revealed. Secondly, this is going to a store that shouldn't even have this set for at least another like 4 months. At least with an ideas set, you have like some reassurance that like Lego stores are gonna get firstly, so it's not gonna appear in a Walmart or Target. An employee that actually like knows a bit about the product and the brand is gonna have control with it. No, Target got a hold of it and put it on shelves. Of course it was street dated, someone couldn't buy it. It was street dated, I'm pretty sure, for like October or whatever, and it was on shelves in June. But again, it just showed up. It was in stores. You could pick it up, you could sort of, I guess, just look at it and take photos of it in store. You couldn't buy it, but you know, it was in a store that it definitely should have been. I found that one really funny. Number 2, we have another really strong contender, and that is the Muppets CMF. Now, the Muppets, just like the Razor Crest, had a couple of different stages of leaks. Firstly, information about the Muppets CMF came out really early. Secondly, the packaging leaked in January, and we got a good look at almost half of the CMF. You got to see Kermit, Beaker, Miss Piggy. It was really exciting. And given that CMFs were now 12 and we'd pretty much seen half of them, I mean, really, I was just like, cool, I get to see the Muppets. I can't wait to be able to buy these. Like, all of that like initial excitement had just completely disappeared. Then in March, someone managed to get and open all 12 of them and had them physically in front of them. You got to see all of the accessories, get really good high quality images again of all of these minifigures. So basically the entire CMF had then been, I guess, just revealed and ruined, I guess, in terms of like a excitement point of view. Then what I find even funnier is that Lego then continued to like tease the Muppets and like put out a little tweet being like, hey, look, they're coming out sort of thing. And then like people were buying them in stores really early. And basically just like anyone could go and buy these super early before they were officially revealed, let alone just the photos being posted online. It was just a whole mess. The Muppets like really did not have a lot of luck when it came to their like excitement and being revealed. I just remember when like the series came out, all of the excitement basically was gone at this point. I was just like, yeah, I want to have them so I don't have to worry about going to find them. So yeah, it didn't really work out so well for the Muppets. And last but not least, I think has to be one of my favorite Lego leaks and just one of the worst Lego reveals that there has ever been. I remember when this happened distinctly, I was like buzzing for days because I just couldn't believe that it had happened. But also, spoilers, it was Harry Potter themed, so I was trying my absolute hardest to get a hold of this set, and that is the Collector's Edition Hogwarts Express. Now, this set was accidentally sent to at least 8 people who originally ordered the 90th anniversary Lion Knight's Castle. Tons of high quality images of all sides of the box were surfacing online, and I was absolutely freaking out. Then at this point, I realized that the people who got it sent early all lived in New Zealand, and this was actually delivered by Lego Australia, which is conveniently where I'm from. Now, with New Zealand being just a hop, skip, and a jump over, I was trying my hardest to get in contact with whoever had this set. I was on a mission, and while I was trying to track down the person who had received this set, there were tons of other reports. It wasn't just one Hogwarts Express that got sent out. There was at least 8 that appeared. There were so many people posting on Reddit, on Facebook groups, on Instagram that they had accidentally received a Hogwarts Express instead of their castle that they had ordered. One guy in particular even opened his up thinking that, oh, maybe it's just the wrong box. Lo and behold, they had the instruction manuals, the sticker sheet, and all of the pieces to the Hogwarts Express and not their castle. Now, there were also a ton of laws in place to protect consumers from accidentally getting sent stuff that they didn't order, because you have no obligation to send this stuff back, which I think makes this case even funnier. So all of these people got sent a product that they never ordered. There is really no obligation for them to send it back, I guess, unless you contact Lego, which I think was really funny. But not even that, there's just the fact that there was so many people who got sent this set accidentally. Look, one mix-up, fair enough, but the fact that there was several people in New Zealand who all received the wrong order is hilarious to me. Now, I was lucky enough to be able to snag one of these trains. I paid an awful lot of money for it, but it meant that I could get it in my hands. I was frantically building it and managed to post a review about this set 2 weeks before it got officially revealed by Lego. And just like a lot of these other sets, it was one of those big, exciting moments. It was one of the biggest Harry Potter sets of all time. It was the designer's as well final Harry Potter set working for that theme and being the lead designer at the time, Marcos Berza. It was sort of like his farewell. It was his passion project. It was also a set that was met with a lot of criticism. It's not really one of my favorite sets. I think there were a lot of flaws with it, specifically as well because of how expensive it was. It was a sort of a messy little thing there. It was revealed early, little mix up. They even did like a promotion as well where you could like win a trip on the Hogwarts Express. Just, I feel like all of the wind got absolutely just knocked out of this set's sails. Personally, the whole experience was very funny to me and also just like very fun overall. I managed to get a hold of this set that hadn't even been revealed and experience it before I was even supposed to know that it existed. It was a very surreal experience, probably something I'm never going to get to do again, and at the time as well it was very terrifying given how much money it cost me to get a hold of it. But I loved it because I got to be a part of just some of those like crazy Lego stories. Like again, if I walked into a Target and saw the Jazz Quartet before it was revealed, like that would be such a really fun experience as a Lego fan. But the Hogwarts Express was definitely one of the funniest things I think like to happen this year. I loved it just as a Harry Potter fan and enthusiast. It was so exciting just to see everyone losing their marbles. I lost my marbles. It was all I could think about for such a long period of time. So thank you, Lego Australia, for that mix up, and I feel really bad for the people and the employees that were working that day that caused that, because that is a big problem. So a big shout out to all of our reward winners. Overall, I feel like the amount of Lego leaks that I've seen in 2022 has decreased significantly. However, I guess like the severity and the hilarity of them has just like skyrocketed. Like it's kind of insane. But if there were any amazing Lego leaks or terrible Lego set reveals that I've forgotten or left off this list, please let me know in the comments down below and let me know what your highlights of the year were as a Lego fan. Like I said, like the Hogwarts Express to me was just hilarious and it was a really, really fun time for me. I absolutely loved it. I can't imagine you'd feel the same if you were like working closely with Lego, but at least as a Lego fan, it was really funny to me. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel down below. And until next time, guys, I will see you later.